Hello students, today we will learn more concept about operating system. Okay. So in the last previous video classes we have studied in this unit the operating system concept, introduction, evolutions of the operating system, and there are so many types of operating system like batch processing, real time, online operating system, time sharing operating system, multi-processing, multi-programming operating systems. Then we learned the resident monitor and input output interrupt. All concept I think you must have clear. And most important IO interrupt that we have studied in the just previous classes, and also direct memory access, how directly we can access from memory, and how directly we can store information in memory. That thing also we have discussed. So in direct memory access, what happens? We are used a direct DMA controller. Okay. That DMA controller was used on behalf of CPU. Means overall it reduces the overall CPU overhead. And the CPU here is the slave and DMA controller become the master. So all this concept we have learned already. Today we will learn a new concept of the operating system. Normally what happens when we start up the computer system? First there is a program. That program is a bootstrap program. Means booting process. After booting process, then only the computer can able to perform its function. Means a computer starts functioning after execution of a bootstrap program or after booting process. So in case of booting process, what happens? The system software, the computer system becomes activated. Whenever you activate the computer system, then only the program can be executed and a result can be coming out. Result can be coming out from the after processing. So for processing, some instructions are required. So normally there are two types of software. One is a system software, another one is application software. So to run the to execute the application software, the operating system is required. Operating system is a system software. So without unless until the operating system becomes activated, then application software cannot be executed. This is the concept. So today we will discuss about the starting process, how a computer system starts processing, because computer is a large processor. It only processes whatever data that is given by the user, what are the instructions are to be executed, that must be processed. So first thing, system software provides some instruction how to run the system, and application software has some instruction that to be executed to get the user requirement or user output to the user. So in this way the system is functioning. So the concept is that there is a dual mode of operation. This is a dual mode. There is a dual mode of operations in computer system. So today topic is dual mode of operation. Dual mode of operation. Dual mode of operation. So in this mode. See, both system software or system and application software will be executed simultaneously. Or by the help of system software, the application software's instruction can be easily executed. So, in dual mode of operations forms the basic for I/O protection. This dual mode, why we are using for the dual mode operation? This dual mode of operation basically is used for I/O input output protection. This is for input output protection, input output operation. I/O protection, input output protection, input output protection, memory protection, memory protection. This dual mode of operation we are using for input output protection or memory protection and CPU protection also, and CPU protection. Okay, so this dual mode of operation of the computer system, this dual mode of operations of computer system basically is used for protection purpose. It gives the protection to the input output operation, input output driver, device driver, and also some memory that may be primary or secondary. Also CPU, the overall functions of central processing unit. Okay. So to ensure the proper operation, we must protect operating system. So operating system must be protected because operating system is the system software. If the system software got lost, then application software cannot be executed. Okay, so you must protect the operating system and all other programs and data that must be properly protected. Okay, so whenever we start the computer system, after booting or during booting, what happens? There are two modes. Normally, computer is a processor that works with the binary language. In binary language, we are using 0 and 1 bit. So there is a bit. So for mode of operation, we are using a mode bit. Okay, mode bit. This mode bit indicates the mode of operation. There is a mode bit. There must be a mode bit. Okay. So whenever we system on, so by default there is a bit. There is no bit. Mode bit. There must be a mode bit. It indicates the mode bit of operation. So whenever this is mode bit, there is two types of bit. So there are two types of mode bit or two types of mode. One is a monitor mode or system mode or supervisor mode. Okay, or supervisor mode or kernel mode. This is the system mode. That means here the mode bit equal to 0. It is by default. Okay, by default system start with this system mode or monitor mode. Okay, By default, normally whenever we start the computer system, the by default mode is 0. This indicates that it is the system mode, okay, or kernel mode. It is supervises all operations, and it is also called as a monitor mode. Okay, so this kernel mode, what does that means the kernel mode just used while starting the booting process. Okay, so when system boots, means startup, the kernel mode hardware start within kernel mode or system mode. Initially the hardware start with the kernel mode of operation, and when operating system is loaded it, then it starts user application in user mode. Okay. So first whenever system starts, system start with the kernel mode. Okay, this is the by default. Okay, whenever system starts, means hardware or hardware resources will be activated. That bit is by default 0. That is the monitor mode or kernel mode or system mode. It supervises all operations. Okay, another mode is your user mode. Another mode is user mode. Means whenever the operating system already activated, already started, then it is required what instructions from the user that to be executed, or what instructions are going to be executed in the system or CPU. That this type of user mode means user here the instructions are coming from the application software. Okay, so here the mode bit will be converted to 0 to 1. Here the mode bit this is the user mode. Now the application software instructions of application software will be now ready to be executed. Okay, so normally there are two types of mode, that is dual means 2. There are two types of mode. One is a monitor mode, another is user mode or system mode or a user mode. Okay, so first when you boot the system, the hardware starts activated with the monitor mode or system mode. That is by default the mode bit is set to 0. Okay, so when the system boots, hardware starts with the kernel mode or system mode. Okay, to provide protection to the hardware, why it is done like this? Because it provides the it gives the protection to the hardware, and we have to privilege instructions. What are the instructions to be executed? Intentionally we are forcing some instruction, or we intend to execute some instruction, that is the privileged instructions. So here the privileged instructions have to be executed only in kernel mode. So in this kernel mode or system mode, the privileged instructions, means we intend to execute some instruction, that is the privileged instructions. These privileged instructions means what we are going to do with the computer system while starting. So these privileged instructions are required. So these privileged instructions are executed only in kernel mode or system mode. Okay, so what are the privileged instructions? All I/O operations or instructions of I/O operations, or context switching, clearing memory map, set time clock, changing memory map, all type of instructions related to this input output operation, or clearing the memory map, okay, or set the time clock or changing memory map, all the things, that is the privileged instructions. These instructions are intentionally or we mean to execute this instruction. We are intentionally sending, we are required to be executed this type of instruction, that is the privileged instructions, that will be only executed in monitor mode, where the mode bit is set to 0. Whenever we start by default it is 0, means by default it is system mode. So system mode first to be executed, because whenever the application software required to be executed, before execution of instructions from application software, the system must be updated, or operating system must be loaded to the memory. So when operating system or a booting process is being loaded to the computer primary memory, then that is the monitor mode or system mode. In this case, mode bit is set to 0. Okay. In this mode, only privileged instructions can be executed. Okay. Second one is a user mode. Then after starting or a booting process, now computer is ready to work with the application, means the application software, means instructions can be executed from application software. Okay. So in user mode, what happens? The computer system changes the bit mode, means it is switching from 0 to 1, means the bit mode must be set to 1. Okay. Whenever we want to execute some instructions from user side, that is the user mode. Okay. In user mode, all instructions can be executed. Okay. So when the computer system runs user applications like creating a text document or using any application program, any application program can be executed in this user mode, where mode bit is set to 1. Then the system is in the user mode whenever the mode bit is 1. Okay. When a mode bit is 1, then it is a user mode. In this case, instructions can be executed from application software, application user, or user. User can execute the instructions sent by the user. Okay. So when the user application requests for a service, okay, when the user application requests for a service from the operating system, okay, or interrupt occurs by the system call. So normally user requests some system call. Okay, system call. Then there will be transition from user to kernel mode. So whenever we require the system call, then again the mid bit will be converted to kernel mode. Means it will convert 0 to 1, 1 to 0. Whenever we are in starting position, then by default it is bit is 0, and whenever user want to execute instruction, then it will convert to 0 to 1. Means whenever we want to convert monitor mode to user mode, whenever you convert monitor mode to user mode, then mode bit must be converted from 0 to 1. And whenever again sometimes required the system call, then the user mode must be converted to kernel mode, means mode bit will be converted to 1. Okay. So this is 0 to 1 and 1 to 0. According to our requirement, we can do in this way. Okay. So we can convert 0 to 1 and 1 to 0. That is, a bit is called mode. This mode bit is added to the header of the computer system to indicate current mode. So this mode indicates the current mode, either monitor mode or system mode or user mode. Okay. So whenever 0 bit is for monitor mode we are using, and 1 bit for user mode we are using. Okay. With this mode bit, we can able to distinguish between to perform a task which can be executed on behalf of operating system, or one that is executed on behalf of user. So whenever the instructions are executed on behalf of user or operating system, if the instructions from execution of the instructions from the on behalf of operating system, that is the system mode. In this case, mode bit is 0. And when the instruction coming from user side on behalf of user, then it will be changed to 1. Okay. So the instructions will be executed in monitor mode, where instructions are coming on behalf of operating system. So whenever mode bit is 1, instructions are to be executed on behalf of user in application software. So in this mode only instructions from the system software can be executed, because this is system mode, where mode bit is 0. Now when the mode bit is 1, then instructions from the application software means user can execute it. User can send instructions, that is the instructions from the on behalf of user. Okay. So to switch from kernel mode to user mode, the mode bit must be changed. Switch over from kernel mode to user mode, this mode bit must be changed as 0 to 1. And whenever we want to change, so suppose we are executing instruction, means you are in user mode and some system call is required, then this mode will again converted to 0 because system call will be in system mode. So whenever convert from monitor mode to user mode, the mode bit must converted to 0 from 0 to 1. And whenever we want to take instruction from system, then again we call the mode is user mode, then this user mode must be converted to monitor mode, means the mode bit will be changed to from 1 to 0. Okay. So from monitor mode to to transfer from monitor mode to user mode, the kernel mode bit must be 0 to 1, and from convert transfer user mode to monitor mode, the mode bit from 1 to again 0. So in this way we can change the mode bit, and in this way we can change the bit. So this is the dual mode. This mode can be changed. Okay. So in the monitor mode, what happens? The CPU can use all instructions and access all areas of memory. Okay. In the monitor mode, all instructions from the memory and all instructions from the CPU can be executed because this is the system mode. Okay. By default, it is system mode, where the mode bit is 0. So where all privileged instructions can be executed. All privileged instructions can be executed only in system mode or only in kernel mode. Okay. So according to requirement, we can change by converting the mode bit. Clear? Then user mode, CPU is restricted to unprivileged instructions that I have told you. Okay. So only privileged instructions can be executed in system mode, and unprivileged instructions can be executed in user mode. So what are the unprivileged instructions? Like your reading time of clock, reading statements of program, or reading status of programs, sending the final print output to the printer, that is non-privileged instructions. So in non-privileged instructions can be executed only in user mode, where mode bit is 1. Okay. So the dual mode operation is used in order to provide protection and security to the user program, also to all input output protection, memory protection, CPU protection. So this dual mode of operation only used for is meant for to provide protection to the entire functionality operations, including memory, CPU, and input output device, all resources. It gives first protection. It is purely decision of operating system. Okay, in which the particular mode instructions has to be executed. So whether the instructions are required to be executed from operating system or instructions are to be executed from application software or user mode, that thing you can decide. And it gives the protection to the user, protection to the operating system, protection to the memory, protection to the CPU. Okay. So normally in monitor mode only privileged instructions can be executed, and in user mode unprivileged instructions can be executed. Okay. Mode bit is used to identify in which particular mode the current instructions are to be executed. So by default, operating system always runs in kernel mode. By default, operating system runs first whenever we start the computer system, that is in system mode. Okay. Then in booting time, system always starts in kernel mode, and mode switching takes very less time compared to process switching. So according to our requirement, we can change from monitor mode to user mode, and also from user mode to monitor mode. The switching operation will be very fast. Okay. So less time consuming by switching from monitor mode to user mode and user mode to monitor mode. So in this way we can convert from one mode to another mode, and the two modes are required to be executed in modern computer system. Okay. Modern computer system, we are executing all these things. So there are so many operating systems are there that uses this dual mode. There are so many operating systems like IBM OS2 or MS Windows are also using this dual mode of operation or operating system. The dual mode of operation provides us with the means for protecting the entire or current user. Okay, so there are some operating systems that operating system uses this dual mode operation. One thing is that instructions are to be required to be executed. One type of instruction coming from the system or a system that the privileged instructions or operating system. So instructions that will be required to be executed on behalf of operating system, that will be in monitor mode, and simultaneously some instructions from user side on behalf of a user that also is required to be executed. So the mode is a protecting system. It has to convert, whether it is in monitor mode or whether it is in user mode. So instructions from the application software that requires to be executed, and at that time the mode must be user mode. And our instructions from the system software or booting or operating system or privileged instructions, at that time the monitor mode is required. So this mode bit must be converted or transferred from 0 to 1 whenever we want to execute some instructions from user side. And again the bit mode must convert from 1 to 0 whenever we want to execute a system call or privileged instructions or system or instructions on behalf of operating system. So in this way, we are using this dual mode of operation, which is in modern computer application. Okay, so this is most important concept. I think you will understand all these dual mode operations of this operating system. Okay, thank you. Thank you for watching this video. And the description for this dual mode of operation will be sent to you on your group. Okay.